The power of Dark Magician for you today. It appears that Vitos and friends have returned, Magical Musketeer, and so much more. Make sure you guys smash the like crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more content. This week in the OCG, oh man, you know, I love the fact that we actually have a working Dark Magician list for you. And the OCG finally gets to experience this deck actually playing Dragoon, which I think most of us have been wanting to see, but also they're playing the Power Sync Stone out here, which is kind of cute, actually. I like the idea that you have so many cool little intricate things you can do. We're also playing a Dark Burning Magic in here, and we are citing the Dark Magic attack as well. You know, when you can get into the more specifically named cards out here and actually have fun with this sort of stuff, I love this. This is so cool. Actually playing the one copy, the Aya Tamias in here as well. Okay, I see you. So we're getting into the specifically cool stuff. Also only 2 Dark Magicians. I do agree with this. This card definitely is a brick, and you don't want to be messing around with the heavy-ended bricks too much in this. Okay. Ooh, so we're playing Ashened out here with Melodious cards. Okay, so I guess Ostinato strikes again. Being able to set up on into the Shreta or, you know, Bach to do some pretty interesting things. Okay, I mean, also free little pendulum summon too. I see we are playing 1 copy Magus Pegasus. Hey, free field spell searcher if need be. I also playing 1 copy Fuwars. Technically, that's fine. I see we have a lot of going second cards down here. Holy crap. Okay. Playing 1 copy of the Endless Darkness Dragon, as we should be. You definitely, the card's good, but you don't want to be bulking down too much with the dragons, because they just run into such a huge disappointment in terms of numbers. Outside of that, I think everything else checks out for this deck. If you want to have some fun, go for it. Ooh, now this should remind you of some stuff that the TCG's been trying to do out here. The Magical Musketeer, go down into one link and into the other link, and then congratulations, you know, you've got all this stupid advantage. And of course, you know, OCG has the 1 engraver with the 1 Lacrima. So, you know, you kind of got to make some not so great decisions. I also do see they get to play the Duke of Demise, which, you know, I really wish we could get to play Dookie Boy. Dookie Boy's pretty gosh darn good, but, you know, we unfortunately don't have that access point yet. I also see a lot of more standard stuff along the way in this build as opposed to a lot of the other stuff we've seen. 1 of each of these I think is fine. I see we're also playing 2 Dominus Purge. I mean, okay, makes sense. I mean, we're light fiending all day long, so, you know, except for maybe a couple extra deck choices. No, actually nothing in this extra deck except for SP. Absolutely does not matter at all. Okay, sure. All right, what else we got back here? Ooh, this is that 6 Samurai deck that we see pop up in the OCG every once in a while. So we're playing 2 copies of Chamberlain, 1 copy of the Toon Warrior. I mean, you know why you're playing this, right? It's a tuner monster. That's an Earth. So, making this stupid card. Or, you know, in a lesser scenario, actually making the Barkion out here to actually have Barkion be relevant. I mean, you're going to be putting enough stuff down. Technically, you know, as long as this farm, you're able to set up both of these, well, you're just better than your opponent. Like, let's call it what it is. Outside of that, I mean, this deck puts up very, very subpar boards. Like, you're ending on, like, Xian with, like, Beast. That's really about as much as you get into, unless you're trying to get into the super heavy gateways, you know, doing loops and things like that. But you don't have to go into that. You can play something like this and kind of achieve the same result, I feel like. All right, next up here, we also have Battle Wasp. Dun dun dun. Well, first of all, we're playing Naturia stuff in here. Yeah, must be nice. Let's check those numbers, shall we? Yeah, that's right. We get 1 Sacred Tree here in the TCG because Runic abused the ever-living crap out of this thing. It is kind of cool to see how the Naturia stuff is kind of finding a new little place out here, especially, you know, with it being an insect monster. It kind of gets a chance to blend into the rest of the insect deck. Also, you are playing the Ragnarika stuff in here because having access to, yes, the Link 3 out here is pretty good. I also see, man, we've reached this point. Another deck that has access to Naturia Beast. You know, I feel like the OCG is just how much spell negates can you shove into a deck and just have your opponent look at you and go, well, buddy, sorry, I'm inherently just better than you. And unfortunately, that's what it feels like. Okay, what else we got? Ooh, we have some Flame Swordsman for you today. Now, unfortunately, this build is playing Isolde. You know, we can call it what it is. I really wish that we had access to Isolde still, but, you know, so we could play fun decks like this. But the Flame Swordsman deck, you're still putting up the big broken Flame Swordsman right here. This dude does everything that you want it to. And then, of course, you know, the Fighting Flame Sword, or the Fighting Flame Dragon with basic Flame Swordsman is going to get you to pretty much everything that you need to be doing. But this is one of those takes that you look at, and I appreciate the fact that we can actually play these anime decks out here and actually have fun with this stuff, man. Like, it's unfortunate that we can't really do more with this, but you know, it did have its chance when it first came out. Even if it was a little small glimpse, we did get to see people actually having fun with the Flame Swordsman stuff. So that's really, really cool. All right, ooh, Phantom Knights with the Goblin Bikers. So this would be your modern era equivalent to let's dump down as many of these detached power tools that we can while you're still using the Rank 3 Turbo package to go through the Phantom Knight stuff, make big gabunga, and so forth. And of course, as a little extra piece of candy that you get, you also get access to the Duo King Kali-Yuga during the opponent's turn to deny your opponent any chance to really play the game. That's beautiful. That's the kind of stuff that you're going to feel like an absolute jerk about. But you know what? That's fine. All right. It's kind of sad that we don't make any other, you know, we don't play any of the other big Goblin Biker stuff, but, I mean, to be fair, I mean, hey, you have access to Cherubini, which is essentially, you know, the full deck out here. You literally just do everything that you need to do, and it seems incredibly good to me. Outside of that, though, I like this. This is cool. Ooh. Hello. Hello, Spirito. I see, yes. So this is the Skull Servant deck down here with built-in Necrofaces on a... Well, that's playing 59 cards, by the way. They were like, you know, we don't really need that 60th card. That 60th card is just, it's not going to do us any favors out here, which is fine. We also get access to the Duke of Demise. I'm telling you guys, once we get Duke of Demise out here, this card is going to do so much for us. Dookie Boy is broken. We're also playing Popper Upper. Wow, we are bold out here in the world of innovation. Like, I can imagine something ends up happening to this and you just spiral out of control. Like, this has got to feel real bad out here. Yeah, I love losing as many life points as I possibly can. Okay. We also do have gimmick puppets. There is the Fiendish Knight. You know, the restrictions between us and the OCG, the fact that, you know, this guy is limited to one, definitely hurts a lot of our chances to play this deck. I'm not to say that, you know, Fiendish Knight isn't a bad card, because it does facilitate a lot of cool things we can do also. You have another deck out here that can play the Grass Looks Greener. All right, Grass is definitely one of those power cards. It's going to do a lot of good work for us, for sure. It's only 2 droplets in a 60-card deck. I don't like that. That feels a little bit suboptimal. I also see out here that, you know, we have the double Kaijus, third Kaiju. We're doing the Zombie World back here. All right, sure. You know what? Just because we can search it off the Rainbow Bridge of Salvation. Can't wait to mill my only targets off of that with Grass and actually just hate myself playing this. But you have some gimmick puppets. Okay. And then next up here, ooh, we have Sky Strikers for you. You know, double Rose isn't that surprising, but 2 Ray is kind of interesting. I see we are playing the Black Goat Laughs in here, still maximizing on the best cards in your deck. 41 with triple upstart I think is fine. Also the 2-Pod Desires for the turbo draw power. And of course, I love these one-of-hand traps that we choose to play. Like, these don't really matter. Alright? We also have the Engage Zero down here. Really wish we got the chance to play Carmelia, but you know what? It's fine. I'll deal with it. There's only so much I feel like you can actually do out here. But, okay, well, that's your OCG for this week. I love what I'm seeing. Make sure you guys have comment down below, tell me what you guys think. I will see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.